Hi everyone, I'm Renata and I'm a beginner in vibe coding and content creation. And this video is about AI agent skills and how I use them to automate some of the content creation parts. Once again, I'm a beginner in everything. I'm just sharing my journey and potentially it will be helpful for someone who is just starting out. In this video, we will have two parts, a very short theoretical one just to cover what AI agent skills are and why you might use them. And then practical part where I will show you two examples of how I use AI agent skills for content creation automation. One is within the Claude chat and another one using Claude Code interface. After you watch this video, please let me know if this was helpful or not. Let's get into this. So let's start with what AI agent skills are. This is a set of instructions that your AI follows. I think you noticed when you send a very long prompt to your AI, whether ChatGPT or Claude, sometimes it doesn't perform it well. It hallucinates on the way, it becomes lazy, it saves tokens. So if the prompt is very long, it's too much to process, and also AI needs to decide how to perform a task, where to look, which tools to use. Like all of these questions need to be solved. So at some point, it just like decides something, imagines something, and hallucinates, and you don't get the results that you expected. So skills help to solve this problem because it's a set of instructions that your AI model follows. So you decide how the tasks should be performed, and then your AI model just follows it. The best use case for skills is a repetitive task, something that you do again and again, and you create new chat for it, for example. Then it becomes a very good use case for a skill. For example, you create a long form video, you upload it on YouTube, and then you need to generate name, description, tags, and you send like a transcript, for example, to ChatGPT. So it generates everything for you, and you do it over and over again for each video. So this can be automated, and I will show you how. Another use case is you write same email again and again. So you can automate this. You track your workouts again and again. You can also automate this task by using AI agent skills. And skill is just a file, skill.md, that AI is references. And you don't even need to write it yourself because Claude has a skill to write a skill. So if you're creating a skill from scratch, it will ask you multiple questions and then it will generate a skill for you following specific structure. Like every skill has a specific structure and you don't need to write it yourself, but you can for sure adjust it, like refine it. That's everything I wanted to share in the theoretical part. Now let's get into more practice. So I will show two demos. First one you can use within the Claude chat interface. You don't need to install Claude Code for it. You don't need to code anything. You just create a skill within the chat. And then you reference to it because Claude saves it under your user account. And the second one within the Claude Code interface, in case you'd like to practice something more fancy. So the first example is where we create a Claude skill in the chat. So this is a Claude interface. You don't need any Claude code installed on your computer. And I will show you the skill that I use every single day and how I created it. I have a yoga channel where I post some of the classes, and every time I upload a video, I had to write a name, a description, and tags for it. So I was using AI for this, but then every time I was sending the transcript and asking Claude to create a title, description, and tags, I had to explain myself again and again which style I like, how it should look like, and all of that. So instead of doing it again and again, I decided to create a skill. So it's quite easy. First, I did it the manual way. I sent to the chat my transcript and I asked it to generate the name, a description, and tags. And then we refined it So it is the way I like it. After we got it right, I said this: take what we just did and turn it into a skill I can reuse. Then it created a skill, it's ready, and whenever I need a new title, description, text for the video, I just ask Claude to reference a skill that is already existent in the folder. To use a skill within the Claude chat interface, you just need to click on Save button near your skill and it will be available for you. It's only available for myself, and if you create the same, it will be available only for yourself. Other users won't be able to see it. So now I use the skill every time. It saves a lot of time for me. Instead of 10-15 minutes, now it's just like 30 seconds, and then copying and pasting it on YouTube. This is what skill can do, like for a very simple task, and this is how you can use it to automate some of your content creation tasks. Like you can reapply it for other things as well, not only content related. For example, as I mentioned before, if you need to write same email and you go in the same chat every time and ask it to rewrite it or write it for you, you can create a skill and you just give like a direction and then it creates an email for you. That was a chat skill, but with this one, you cannot create skills that will perform on more difficult tasks. So now we will go into Claude Code interface. I will not show here how to install it. I have a short on this, and if it's interesting for you, let me know and we'll make a full video. So for this project, I had to use something more powerful because my idea was that I wanted to create a YouTube video analyzer, which will help me to refine my strategy and understand which formats, which topics work best. So using Claude Code, I created this program that connects to YouTube through API and collects metrics about my videos. For example, date published, name, tags, description, number of likes, retention, and all of that. And then I used skills to actually analyze this data. So the program collects all the numbers in CSV file, but it doesn't do anything with this. The skill is something that goes through the numbers, analyzes them, and then creates a strategy for me. And this is very powerful. Like you can collect the numbers manually. You don't need to write a very difficult program if for now it's not accessible for you. And then you can use Claude Skills to analyze this data and refine. So to understand what is important to analyze, because I'm new in content creation, I again went to Claude Chat and I asked it to write for me all the specifics that are important for analysis of the video, how to understand that the video is working, not working, how to refine the strategy based on it. And then within the same chat, I asked it to create a skill for a coding agent, which is Claude Code. When the skill was ready within the Claude chat interface, I just downloaded all the files and saved them in my projects folder, where I also had the CSV files with all the analytics. Then I went into Claude Code and I asked it to review the skills that I saved and make them usable for Claude Code. It ran the program, and after that I was able to trigger the skill through dash and the name of the skill. But sometimes you need to restart your Claude so it becomes available. So as an output, I got this report with the analytics of my videos, how my channel is doing, which works well, what doesn't work well, and it also gives me a strategy on how I should refine my videos. For example, in my yoga channel, it suggests me to push more on emotional aspects because it seems that it's working better than other types of videos. There is also an option to create a skill directly in Claude Code. If, for example, you're familiar with your topic, you know what you want, Claude Code has a skill to write a skill, and it will be even more easier for you to use it. Again, to trigger the skill, you just need to write a dash and then the skill name, and it starts working for you. That's it. I hope you find it helpful. Let me know in the comments, how was this video? How did you like it? Once again, I'm new to this. Um, I'm still finding my voice, and thank you for watching this video.